Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on cooperative multiplayer with Daggerwin. Okay, so I think it's March now, we can start drilling. Daggerwin is just doing some feeding I think over there of the chickens. Of course, yeah, they will need quite a bit of feed. We've got quite a few chickens now, which is a nice addition, but they will need a bit of maintenance, well, feeding, just to keep on top of that. So I think that's just being done. I will get the drill on, which is here. We should be able to start drilling some oats in this month. Let's just check the calendar to make sure. So we're in March, yep, we can do oats, but that's all we can really do at the moment. We can do sunflowers actually, we could do sunflowers, that would make a change. The only problem with that is we don't have a header still for it, we don't have a corn header. So yeah, it would depend on whether or not we can get one. There's one there actually, not very wide though, it's only 6 metres. With the size of our fields, ideally it would be nice to have a bit bigger than that, and a new combine as well. The New Holland is a bit of a pain, it's a bit slow, so it would be nice to upgrade that. But of course, yeah, it all comes down to the money. There is one available in the sale, like the case there, which would be good. It's just a case of having £151,000 in the bank, which we don't have at the moment. We will when we sell the soybeans though, which is coming up. Not too long until we can do that in June, but yeah, not quite yet. Have we got any seed here? I don't think we do. So yeah, I'll probably have to go and collect some seed from the shop, and then I'll make a start with the oat drilling. I'll set that to oats now so I don't forget. So let's take a trip to the shop. Oh, Daggerwin's coming. Has he got any seed with him? I don't think he does. What's he got on? Just a tractor on its own, I think. Yeah, I'll need to go and get some seed then. So yeah, let's head to the shop. I will collect some seed and I'll make a start drilling one of the fields with oats. Okay, so I told Daggerwin about that case combine that's currently in the used sale. Let's quickly show you before it disappears. This one, oh, I think it's gone. Too late. It was 151,000. I think did I show you at the start? I think I did. But yeah, anyway, that was in the used sale, and I told Daggerwin about it, and he said it would be, or he agreed it would be a good idea to replace our very slow, underpowered New Holland, which shouldn't have been underpowered, but it turns out it was for whatever reason. And it is a base game combine, that New Holland as well. It wasn't a mod. It was actually one that came with the game from, you know, as it comes. So yeah, a bit disappointing with that one, but we have now got rid of it. Just saw there we got 130,000, 125,000 or something back for it. Daggerwin just sold it and replaced it with the case, which is only 151,000, which was really cheap. It will need repairing, of course. It is not in good condition. It was a used machine, so it will need some work. Hopefully not too expensive, and that will hopefully be a lot more powerful than the New Holland was, which yeah, was very disappointing. It's a shame because I liked the New Holland combine, but it just didn't have the power for some reason, even though it said it had the power. It said it had 375 horsepower, which is way more than what the Massey Ferguson or the Massey combine has got, that we currently still have. But yeah, that one's only 200 and something horsepower, 250 I think, and it can cope fine. But yeah, the New Holland, which has got over 100 horsepower more, with the same header on, couldn't run it on the hills. So very, very strange. But anyway, here we are. Here's our new purchase coming into the yard. That's our case. So that's replaced the New Holland. So that will hopefully be a very, very useful machine to have, and it'll be able to go up the hills without stopping. Hopefully, that's the plan. We'll see whether it can cope or not in the summer. Yeah, of course we can't actually use it yet because we have no fields to harvest in March, but it won't be too long, not too many episodes away, and then we'll be able to give it a try on the hills and hope it will work. We could probably even run a bigger header with that one. I'm not sure, but I think it's a bigger combine than the New Holland was anyway, so hopefully a bigger grain tank and more power to run even maybe a slightly bigger header than what we've got, if we can get one. We might also be able to get a corn header for it, so we can grow some corn or sunflowers, because I know we haven't done any of that yet on this series. So we'll see whether we can get those sort of crops in the ground or not this year. It just depends on whether or not we can get a decent header. Like I said, there is that one in the sale at the moment, but it's only 6 metres, which is a bit small. It would be nice to have a 9 metre header, or bigger, but yeah, it just depends on what's available really. Anyway, let's get on with drilling. I've made a good start on the headlands, but yeah, I'll get the rest of this field now drilled with oats. Right, that's that field all done with oats, so we can switch that off. This is the field that we said we were going to do as grass this time, because obviously being a bit of an awkward shape, it's probably better off as a grass field maybe. Just switch the drill to grass seed, there we go, and I'll get this one drilled with grass, so that we won't have to keep working this field all the time. It will just need, obviously it needs cutting occasionally if we need the grass, but it's not one that we're going to be drilling on a regular basis, so I think it'd be easier as a grass field. Now we can turn what is currently a grass field into a bigger, we'll probably extend it and turn it into a bigger arable field for normal crops to grow, so that would probably be the plan with that. So that will be the next job probably after this. So yeah, I'll get on with drilling this one as grass. It will need rolling ideally, although I know Daggerwin, well, both of us don't really enjoy using that roller. It's a bit slow on these fields, so if we can find a bigger roller in the sale, that would be nice, but of course it doesn't usually work like that, and you tend not to get them. There's that one that's even smaller. Don't think we've got one at the moment. No. Doesn't look like it, so we're going to have to make do with what we've got for the time being still. We've had it for a while now. It's not a bad roller, it's just that it's just not big enough really for the amount of land that we've got now on this map. It's a big map, this, and the fields are pretty massive, so yeah, it's not the best one. It would be nice to have a slightly wider one, or a faster one as well, I suppose. Anyway, I will continue with this one. This will be the last field to drill in March, and then we will move on probably to April, when we can start planting, because we've got a few cultivated fields which can be planted with other crops like sorghum, soybeans, sunflowers, if we can get a header for sunflowers, that sort of thing. So yeah, that'll be in April. But anyway, yeah, let's get this one drilled with grass. Right, okay, so I've just finished the grass drilling, so this drill can go away. Just finishing the rolling, Daggerwin just finishing the rolling, okay, so I will put the cultivator on then. I was going to get Daggerwin to do it, but he can do it if he wants, although there is the grass field that I've just drilled to roll as well. He probably doesn't realise that. Well, we'll see. As long as it gets done, that's the important thing. It doesn't really matter who does it. But yeah, we just need to make sure that all the rolling gets finished. I'll drop that off and put the cultivator on, and then we can get that over to the grass field, the original grass field, which I'm hoping will be turned into an arable field now, since we don't need two grass fields. In fact, we don't really even need one as big as what we've just made there, what I've just drilled, but it's good to have more than not enough grass, really, because you never know when, we might suddenly run out of grass bales and then we will need them. But I think there's still a load of bales over at the grass field from last year, so yeah, these goats are not really using that much grass at all. we could do with a few more goats. We don't have many at the moment. We've got 20 and only 10 of them are adults, so yeah, we definitely need to get some more goats and get some more goat's milk coming in, because that is a very profitable thing to do, as long as you've got enough of it, which we don't at the moment. So yeah, we need to make some more goats, or buy some more goats. So I'll just get this over to the field, the grass field. So you can see there, that's what we used to have. This is obviously a bigger field than that, so we'll keep hold of that one now. That's an awkward field, so that's going to be grass. And then this one, I'm not sure which way we're going to extend it, if at all, but it would be nice to extend it a bit and have this as an arable field down here, along with the other fields that are already there. It's not going to be a massive field, but just slightly bigger than what it is now, probably just to make it a bit easier to work and more worthwhile. And then yeah, these two fields up here, which have already been cultivated, these two, they're going to be drilled or planted with the planter. Either, well, I don't know what crop they're going to be yet, but sorghum, soybeans, sunflowers, one of those, along with this one down here. So we'll have 3 planted fields, and then the rest are all drilled now, so that's good. Okay, so I'm just kind of waiting to see what Daggerwin's going to do next. I don't think he realises that one needs rolling as well. He probably won't check the map, so he probably won't see that. But if he doesn't, I'll go and roll that one, because like I say, it doesn't matter who does it as long as it gets done. Right, where are we going? Over here. I can just see the grass field. It's slightly deeper green than the rest of the land around it. So yeah, it's this way. It just basically, I'm not sure again who's going to do this, whether it's going to be me or Daggerwin, but I'm thinking probably extending it this way because I think there's a load of trees on this side and certainly on this side, so I'll have a look to see what we can do, but it does need to be slightly bigger than that because it is quite a small field at the moment. It was only a temporary grass field. There are these bales of course in the way as well, which could do with being moved actually, because they're going to get in the way now for this if we're going to make it to a bigger field. So they need to be taken back to the yard really, and then we can use them for the goats. But as you can see, we have already got quite a lot of grass, so the goats don't need much at the moment, but in the future maybe they will need some more cutting, so that's when it will come in handy having the bales. But yeah, there's loads there, and we've already got some at the goat farm, so yeah, we don't really need any more at the moment. So yeah, which way should we do this field? I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking probably that way, maybe, because we can't really go either side because of the trees being in the way. Unless we could cut all them down and go that way, that would be quite good. But then it would take quite a lot of cutting to get all them down and moving all of the trees. So I'm not too sure yet what we're going to do. Let's just see what Daggerwin's doing now. He has moved on to that field. Okay, so right, okay. I think I'll go that way because it's going to be easier rather than... I mean, obviously we may in the future cut those trees down and extend it that way, but I think for now we'll just go and extend it as far as this field. Just not going to make it too big, just a bit bigger than what it is now. Let's get that on, make sure we're on field creation, and then let's sort of roughly mark out what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to go across to that field, but not all the way. I want to leave a bit of a gap so we can still get through to that field over there. I'll go far enough that we can get a vehicle through here, and then turn. Probably left that slightly too late to turn there, but never mind. And then across to this one, but not all the way. And then I'll just obviously cultivate the rest of that field as well at the end when I've finished extending it. But yeah, I think I'll get on with that now on a time lapse and come back to you when it's done. That's the main part of the field cultivated. I've just noticed they've all kind of been thinking about this area, and it's kind of annoying. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I would say that it's worth getting rid of a few trees here, just one or two of them, and making this field a better shape, because I don't really like how this bit sticks out into it. I think it would look neater without these trees here, and this field extending a bit further into the trees this way. So it's only a few takedowns. That disappeared. No, it's gone in there. Daggerwin saying grass again. If he means this field, then no. Where is he? Is he in this field? No, I'll just tell him to plant this in the next month. Okay, so I've just told him to wait a minute until move on to April, because yeah, I don't want to have this field drilled really, because I've just been spending all this time cultivating it for planting with the planter. So yeah, we could have just done it with the drill if we're going to do that. So yeah, I'd rather wait and do it with the planter anyway. There's not many more to take down, there's just this one, just a few. These need to go to the sawmill ideally, but I will just move them to the side for the time being. And try and remove all the stumps as well. There are a few stumps, it's very difficult to see. I'll probably do them after I've cultivated because it's quite hard to see where these stumps are with all these flowers around, which look very pretty, but they are a bit in the way. I think that will probably do to take this one out. And then, yeah, this little bit here, it's only a small area, but it'll neaten it up a bit. It'll make it more of a straight edge rather than having this bit sticking out. So I'll just move these trees to the side. And then, yeah, I'll just get this bit cultivated. And that will be the field complete. So, where is that one? Yeah, I can lift it. That's good, so I'll just move that out of the way. I'm trying to remember these are here, and then we can put them into a sawmill. Ideally we could do with our own sawmill actually now. It would be nice to have our own sawmill. But should we buy a sawmill or should we save the money for something more important at the moment? I don't know. I think a sawmill would be good. I think it's something we probably should get. But they are, I think, the smaller one, if you exclude the really small one, the smaller one is 150,000, so we can't quite afford that at the moment. But hopefully, very soon we can do, if we want to do that. Right, I'll get on the tractor again and see if I've got rid of all the stumps. I can already see something there, but that might be something that's just loose. Oh, we need to switch the field creation on again. That tree's still sticking out quite a long way. I'll have to move that one again. Oh yeah, there's that small one as well. Let's just get this one moved. Right, okay, and where was that small one? I think there might be still a stump. Is that a stump as well? The cultivator's on top of it now. That needs to go. See how much work it is just for a small area. Is to do that over there. It would be nice to do that as well, but yeah, that would be a lot of work. It would take all episode, I think, to do that, if not longer. Right, can I pick that up? Let's try and shove this in the trees over here. And then I'll have to move the cultivator off that tree and then move that one. But anyway, I'll quickly get this finished off on a time lapse and then come back to you when it's done. Okay, so just bringing the soil sampler over to get these new areas done, because obviously these bits haven't been soil sampled in the past, so I'll get this field done first of all. For some reason, oh, not that one, I wanted to turn the front one on. It's not ideal on the front of this tractor, I probably should have taken the front loader off, but never mind. Yeah, I don't know why, but on multiplayer, particularly on this series, in fact I've never noticed it as a problem before, but on this map, on this series, it seems very slow to update. Like, you can still not see the new area of the field which I've created today on the minimap, which makes it very hard to do things like soil sample. But it does usually correct itself most times. So by next episode we should be able to see the new area on the minimap, but for the time being I can't see it, which makes soil sampling a little bit hard because I can't exactly see where I am, whether I'm catching the whole field or not, but hopefully I am. It's just this area here, really, in that new area where the trees were, that need doing. So it's not going to take long. It's only a few samples that need doing, and then it can be spread with lime, which I've brought over as well. Actually, it looks like this edge of the field has already been done because it was so close to the bit where it was drilled, so it's not too bad. But anyway, yeah, I'll just get this quickly done and then spread with lime. Hopefully I'll have enough, but I think there is another bag of lime near the shop, so it's not too far to go and get that if I do need to go and get it. Got just over half a tank of lime, but I don't know how far that will go. Let's just get that one done as well. Okay, so yeah, last job for today I think, and then we'll see. I think we'll be finishing after that. Oh yeah, and Daggerwin's just purchased the 6 metre corn header, so yeah, it's not ideal. I would have preferred a 9 metre, but it is the only one that was in the sale, so it's better than nothing. At least then we can actually start to drill some corn and sunflowers for this harvest, so that would be a nice change. So that would be good, yeah. Anyway, so I'll get this finished off and come back to you when it's done. Okay, there we go, that's it, all done. So next time we can get that field drilled or planted with a new crop, probably even sunflowers or corn, because now we have the corn header, it means we can harvest those type of crops. Although, yeah, it's only a small one, so probably don't want to be doing a really big field. That one probably would be the perfect field to grow something like that on, because it's not too big. 6 metre header should be fine on that field. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. It's going a bit dark now, and rather than moving on today, I think what we'll do is move on before next episode, and then next episode will start in April, so we can then do some more planting and stuff, because we've got, as I did show you earlier on, these 2 fields both need planting, and now this one as well. So 3 fields to plant next time. Might not get it all done in one episode, it might take 2 episodes because these 2 are massive and on hillsides, but we'll see how it goes. I think we've only got 1 planter as well, so yeah, it's going to be quite a lot of work, but there with the last 3 to plant, and then we can see what we're doing after that. Also, we do need to get some more goats bought, because we don't have that many. It would be good to buy some more. In fact, I might even just buy some more now. Not too many, but maybe another 10, because I know we need more. Let's go to goats. We'll go for the oldest ones, probably. And let's go for 10 again. Another 10. Actually, no, we can afford a few more than that. Let's go for 20. Hopefully we won't need to buy anything else. Yeah, let's go for 20. Okay. So that's going to increase our milk production quite a bit now, hopefully. And of course they'll keep reproducing as well. Capacity is 77 animals, and we've currently got 40 now, so yeah, we're filling it up. We'll start to get a few more goats milk pallets coming soon. Okay, so Daggerwin just finished, so I'll leave it there as well. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.